Welcome back to Shemsuniverse. So today, guys, I'm going to discuss the relationship between Scorpio and Pisces. So their compatibility is pretty high. It's around 88 to 90%. The reason being they're both two water signs. Even though Scorpio sort of acts like a fire sign in most astrologists' opinion, it does still operate on like a water sign, especially when it's in given relationships with people and especially within intimacy. So in an intimate relationship, they get around 90% on average. Reason being, like I said, they're both water signs. Scorpio is a fixated sign, which brings a lot of security to the Pisces person. The Pisces, because they're able to see into people's spirit more so, they're kind of like readers in that way. They can see that the Scorpio person is somebody that they can trust and they can indulge in emotionally. And because of that, these guys actually develop a very deep connection even before they start dating typically. Another big thing is when it comes to their sexuality, Pisces has Venus exalted within it, whereas Scorpio kind of disregards Venus, which brings Venus to a detriment. The Pisces person is able to kind of show the Scorpio a different way of loving outside of like our animal primitive emotions, and they're able to actually really bring them to that next level of ascension where they kind of turn sex into something spiritual as well. So that kind of brings them together in a different sort of way. A lot of the stuff when it comes to these two with their intimacy, I wouldn't really discuss on YouTube particularly. But if you guys do have any certain like questions regarding it, just hit me up on my Instagram and I'll answer those ones directly. But moving on, their communication is very, very good as well. They do both understand each other quite well because they're water signs, so they can talk in an emotional way. The only detriment here is that Pisces is still a little more sensitive than Scorpio. Scorpio operates like a fire sign in a way, and especially when it comes to their communication, they can be very blunt, very honest, kind of rough around the edges. They're very like non-filter, especially when they trust you. And then if they have somebody like a Pisces as their partner, they might take some of those things in the wrong way, and that can lead to a certain problem when it comes to just sensitivity. So the only problem that these guys sometimes have is that Pisces can be a bit too sensitive, and Scorpio can have a bit of a bad language that they just can't really deal with in that way. And Pisces isn't really good at like retaliating and coming back at them with like a derogatory term. So that kind of leads to a bit of, I would just say would lead to a bit of friction between them if they can't get it cleared up right away. When it comes to a business aspect between these two, it's pretty good as well. I would say it's about 80% of the time it could work. The reason being is Pisces is a very creative sign because it's, of course, a water sign. They get a lot of intuition and sixth sense and different ideas from like higher dimensions a lot of the time, but they don't even know what they are. But Scorpio also gets something similar to that, but they're able to ground it better. So when they have Scorpio there, especially in a business setting, they can help them really feel that sense of security and really make sure that they fixate on what they want to do, fix it in their ideas and get it done. So this definitely is like a very great help to them. And once they're able to really see that through, you'll just see that in a business setting between these guys, a lot of things will get done and it'll be in a bit of a creative way. These guys can do anything from opening like a medical practice together. Anything to do with like the arts can definitely work quite well for these guys as well. But it can even be something random like construction or just opening like a junkyard or mechanic shop. The reason being is because as much as Pisces is a creative artistic sign, they can do a wide variety of things, anything under the sun. It's the 12 zodiac signs, so they kind of have characteristics of all of the other 11, and a lot of people don't like to acknowledge that. And then with Scorpio, they just like to be the power behind things. They don't really need to be the front king or queen in whatever it is that they're doing. They just want it to be effective and something that's going to bring them in a lot of money. So these two can do anything that's pretty much random under the sun. As long as they can accept their given roles and whatever it is that they're doing, it's going to work quite well. Last but not least, it's going to be friendship between these two. This works quite well. I would say, and again, like 80% of the time it can work out. Just simply because Scorpio understands Pisces in a way that a lot of people won't, because Scorpio is able to read people and be very intuitive and gauge people's prerogative. And once they see that Pisces is pure-hearted and they just are coming to them pretty much with their heart on their sleeve, they can accept them and then put that trust in them and probably teach them a bit about their naivety towards the world. I'm not saying Pisces doesn't know what's going on, but at times Pisces can be very sensitive and they're not always fully aware of other people's perspective on things, or maybe their angle on why they're actually talking to them or dealing with them in a certain way. Scorpio can help them in that respect when it comes to their social life and being more pragmatic. And Pisces can help Scorpio open up about maybe certain trauma that they went in their life, or they can just help them just realize their own emotional volatility within them, because a lot of the times Scorpio has a lot of emotional baggage that they carry, but a lot of people can't see it because they look at them like this whole dichotomy of strength, and they don't really see that they're actually going through a lot in their life as well. But Pisces is so intuitive and they're so observant that they're going to be able to see that they're going to be able to see beyond their exterior and see the emotional depths that the Scorpio person has. So even if they're just in a friendship basis, they're going to be able to see that, gauge it, and then actually help them, and pretty much not be like a therapist, but be somebody that can be something similar to that in their life. So it definitely, these guys are a very complementary sort of duo, whether that be in a business setting, friendship, or relationship. It works really well together once they're able to see each other for who they are and accept that. But aside from that, that should conclude this video. If you guys do have any questions, like I said, regarding the sexual component, I had to cut that part a bit short just because that could be a bit too detailed for YouTube. But if you guys do have any questions regarding the intimacy factor in this one, just let me know, comments, or you can just send me something on Instagram and I'll happily answer anything you guys may have. But aside from that, that should conclude the video. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, leave in the comments for me, like, subscribe, holla at me. That's it for today, guys. Peace.